Welcome to Matt Bajerski YouTube channel. Welcome to the Pure Energy Healing Academy. The sun is shining, the weather is sweet. Lily, my little poodle, is down on the floor. Happy today. We've been for a long walk. And today I'm going to talk about a crystal that I was on an interview the other day with Alexis Brooks. And she asked me, what crystal do I feel is the best crystal right now? And that's a really interesting question because the frequency of crystals alter to the frequency of what's going on around this planet. So the alignment of the stars, everything that's moving, everything that we are, everything that we do has an effect on crystals as well as ourselves. So it was a great question, and funnily enough, I'd written on a piece of paper the same thought before I went on the show. And it was just one word, and it was one crystal. And the reason why I'm making this video today is because it's something that I feel is important for a lot of us to embrace. All crystals are beautiful, but one particular crystal I've seen over these past 3 years to be really stepping up and really working great work. Now, I use this crystal in part of my trios, so you already probably know, if you've got a trio, what I'm talking about. Most people would think I would say Moldavite, but actually just at this moment, that's not proving to be exactly 100% because Tektite, black Tektite, seems to be stepping up. Something's changing in black Tektite as well as Moldavite, but there's something about Tektite that's really starting to make me sit up and notice what's going on. So over these 2 years I've been working with black Tektite, and not only is it the absorber of negativity, the only crystal to absorb negativity in my humble opinion at this moment, being obviously a healer for 2 decades and working on thousands of clients, which that's something you need to understand. It's okay listening to people who just talk about crystals, but what have you actually done? You worked on yourself maybe 1 or 2 years, okay, you've seen what it's done to you, but what about everybody else? So my knowledge is based on clients and what I saw through working with clients, especially when all of this nonsense happened. And Tektite was the crystal I was sending to everybody. And now I realise why. I realise it's far more than just an absorber. So I'll introduce you to the crystal if you don't know what it is and you're new to my channel. This is black Tektite. Now it comes in all shapes and forms. It comes in different colours depending on where it's dug from. This particular one, as you can see, is very nicely polished. Love the polished. And I also absolutely love the natural formation of it like this. It's grown on me so much. It really has. It's grown on me so much. It's such a beautiful crystal. Beautiful. Yeah, different shapes. Like I said, they come in different shapes. They're absolutely beautiful, aren't they? And when you hold them, you can feel the energy. So you can go down the path of just getting a nice little pendant or a ball, a nice sphere. You can even go for little pendants for your children. These are great as well. Now adults wear these as well, but children, because they're so small, they're great. What's the difference between this one and this one? None. No difference. Same energy, same absorption from negative energy would equally be the same. So it's basically preference. Here's one where it's got multiple different, if you can see, there's like a brownie coloured attached to it, and of course that's probably because of when it was fired and the soil and where it was. And yeah, it's just really interesting. It's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I actually love the different forms, and inside sometimes you can get a rare formation inside, which is a very unusual crystal combined. But yeah, looking at this, look at this one. Fabulous, eh? That gorgeous? Just love that. I honestly love them all. Love them all. They've all been beautifully mounted, from my family in Bali. Look at that. Great mountain, all signed MB, gorgeous, love them. So they've just arrived. As many of my crystals have just arrived here, but it's nice to talk about this particular one. So what does Tektite do? Why is it so profound right now? What I've noticed with a lot of my clients, they've been talking about the energy and frequency of negativity with people around them. Energy and frequency of people who are not the same anymore. They vibrate at a different frequency. A lot of my clients talk about living with narcissistic people, family, partners, people who are predominantly depressed, angry, bitter, jealous, some people who are just selfish. So I found that this crystal was being bought by many people who were going through those particular issues. But then there's a lot of people too that are going through challenges when they're working in an environment of the public, and they wanted to feel protected, they wanted to feel safe. And many people who also work and talk to the masses, whether it's thousands or whether it's a few, they wanted to feel strong and confident. And again, this crystal touches all of those daily life traumas that we go through and fears and worries. Tektite itself, just let me hold a piece, it brings a lot of grounding for sure, but it also brings a lot of health benefits. Why? If you are vibrating a frequency in any part of your body which is, let's say, off, it's bad, and that is, let's say, disease due to long-term trauma of whatever it may be, Tektite works on a level of absorbing that energy, so the problem in time clears. Now, if you think about this, and this is what I do as part of my practice on a night, I'll always have, and I always have, Tektite, whether it's in my bag, when it's a bunch of them, about 15 or 20 of them, I'll put them all over the place. I'll put them in drawers, I'll put them in my car, put them all over, because they're absorbing negative energy at any given moment. But when you've got one and you go to bed and you place it on your forehead or your third eye or anywhere around the temples, or even on the top of your crown chakra, anywhere around here, constantly what's happening is an absorbing of negative thoughts, any worries and fears that we can manifest over any given thought process that we had through that day of somebody triggering you, or watching the news, breaking news, things are going to go wrong, everything's going to fall apart. This is a natural thing that happens with people who regurgitate false information through mainstream media. So we're always listening to false information constantly, when actually your life is fine, everything's okay, just keep going. Wearing this crystal and placing it around the forehead and just allowing that energy to be sucked up, you soon find within 10-20 minutes you'll feel better. When you meditate with this crystal, it's fabulous for meditation because it's absorbing any negative issue that you are trying to reach nirvana. You're trying to reach a high level of awareness and frequency. You can't do that if your body is filled with negativity, worry, fear, if it's filled with bad energy. Now, through the day, you're suffering from many different forms of attack. That is Wi-Fi, radio, all the signals that is producing negative, dirty energy. Well, you pick that up through the day. We all do. And I often say when our clothes are mucky, what do? We wash them. Same with our energy. How do we wash it? Well, it makes sense. If you've got a little vacuum cleaner that is working all day long and you're wearing it, then you'll find that your energy will feel stronger because the dirty energy is being vacuumed up by this crystal. About 3 weeks ago, I started to do some healing work on somebody with a very bad issue, a terrible issue. And today, I had a phone call this morning and everything's fine. The issue's gone, overjoyed. I put her in my healing book and started to work with Tektite. And I wanted to see, could we make a difference with Tektite being here, and are we able to absorb that energy? Are we able to take that negative energy away through pure energy healing? And what crystal was I holding? Tektite. So now I've found that I'm using Tektite for absent healing, and I can't explain how powerful that is right now. I did an absent healing the other night, and I had 2 pieces of Tektite, one huge ball and a very rare piece of Tektite, which is a specimen that people like to buy now because they're beautiful. They're called swan neck, and I have a few on my website. Very rare, but very beautiful. So I had a swan neck and I had a sphere size of a golf ball, and I was doing this healing with a lot of pure energy healers. I can only tell you that I had over 50 messages of people saying that they had an issue that day, that week, that month, and after that healing session, it eased and went. And now they're feeling overjoyed, and they're telling people. So working with, again, a piece of Tektite when you're doing magical healing work is profound right now, without a doubt. Now you may ask, is it got any benefit towards connecting to extraterrestrial energy or our spirit world? 100%. 100%. I don't, and I have not given it enough power. I haven't given it enough. I actually feel like I gave Moldavite too much of my attention, when in actual fact, Tektite, black Tektite, deserves equal amounts of energy. Now, we all know Moldavite is the crystal of crystals. There is no doubt to that. You've heard me say this thousands of times. But I would like to now put Tektite on at least the similar level of energy of connection. Why? Well, there's been about a number of times, maybe 12 occasions, that I've worked with my trio, and I realized that the Tektite was equally doing the work of connecting. So what is Tektite? Well, it comes from out this world. It's a meteorite. So it's obviously got the same frequency as an extraterrestrial energy, which it has. When you work with it, you can feel that energy, and you can feel your energy rise. Everything about Tektite helps you achieve a higher vibration. And if it's going to clear your energy, if it's going to clear the dirty energy, if it's going to clear the trauma, the suffering, the pain throughout the day, and I often say to people, wear it as low down to your belly button as you can. Put it in your pockets, great place. Put it in your pockets. It's absorbing any negative trauma or issue or attack or shock energy around the stomach. But if you're doing some psychic healing, intuition work, if you want to meditate, bring it higher up. Bring it up here now. Okay. Now the thing is with Moldavite, if this was Moldavite, it'd be for 4,000 euros now. Tektite, you can buy this now for as little as 80, 90, 100 euros, depending where you get it from. As long as you get, again, I could show you, there's tons and tons of fake Tektite. So be careful. This is a piece of fake Tektite. There's loads of it about. So be careful about fake Tektite. But Tektite in general is a better price. Yes, it's gone up in these 2 years by about 60%, but it's still more affordable than Moldavite. So give this a try. Work with it, because I believe right now, like I said to Alexis Brooks, this is probably the crystal that we should have looked more deeply into it, rather than just the absorbing of negative energy, which is massive anyway. It's massive. But let's just start to say that this crystal is becoming, in my humble opinion, more exciting day by day. And the frequency that I'm feeling off it is off the charts. It's off the charts right now. So, and it's funny because I used to buy maybe a kilo of it. Over the years, a kilo here, a kilo there, and work with it. For some reason, a few months ago, I thought I need more. And then I thought, well, you don't need more. I thought I do need more. And I listened to my higher intuition, and now it's probably the #1 seller on markbajerski.com. Not because I talk about it, because people are talking about it and now starting to use it as one of their most strongest tools in the tools of crystals. So again, not only for absorbing negative energy, which this crystal is the only one to absorb and dispel. What happens to it? No idea. Do you cleanse these? No, I don't. Might put them out in the sun sometimes to give them a bit more energy, but do I need to cleanse it because it holds negative energy? No, it just dispels. When you wear it, it dispels. I've got some great stories of animals that my clients put a little piece on the animal and they started healing really quickly from whatever issue they had. There's a lot of children who wear this who go through depression, and I'm telling you, it makes all the difference. There's a lot of mums and dads who are struggling with life now. This is definitely a crystal to buy them. This has sold more on my website than any crystal that I have. Why? I tell you, the closest one to follow this one is the trio, but this one in general, for so many reasons, is why I make this video today, and I highlight the fact that I believe that this is without a doubt right now doing amazing work in this world for people who are going through challenging tests, and it's doing amazing work for people who want to elevate to a new level, a new feeling, a new frequency, a new vibration. It is working. It works. It's an amazing crystal. Definitely go to your local crystal store and ask for a genuine piece of Tektite and try it, work with it, and see what happens. That's my message today. And I'm going to sit down now and do some meditating with this crystal. Why? Because it's nice to cleanse and clear and maybe, just maybe, connect not only to the spirit world, but to the worlds within worlds. And let's see what information we get to move forward on our journey of life. Have a great day. Thank you so much for going to markbajerski.com and buying your authentic Tektites, crystals, oils, incense. I hope they've made a difference in your life. Have a great day.